Hello, everyone. We're back in. It's a beautiful day. Actually, quite beautiful. Some might say too beautiful, really. But we're back. We're going to go down to Queen Street today, is the plan. And I know I've explored a lot before, but it's a street that's full of fascinating history, beautiful buildings. So let's go for it. And got a lot to share with you, so let's do it. Also, it is a beautifully warm day today. Hello, Anita. Good to see you today. Good morning. Hello, Timmy. Hope everyone's doing okay. Timmy, I got the Discord working. So there should be a link in the thing, and unless it reset today again. Sometimes I've noticed it's been doing that. But yeah, people can go on there now and join up, and I will be posting memes and schedule there. And if people are ever in Toronto, they can be like, I'm gonna go for a walk with you. Just like, cool. So that'll be coming up at some point today. Also, the microphone. But I'm having issues with the cords, which wasn't something I was expecting, but every now and then you just get a little surprise. Hi, Jess. Good to see you. Ooh, that's a wind. Yay! It will be more exciting, I assure you. But I find that's just helping me put in, like, if I have an idea of what the schedule is going to be, then I can kind of plan things around and actually invite people out. And I find when I'm with someone, people tend to really enjoy that. Oh my god, it's windy. Aw. It would have been nice to see you, Yoshi. But thanks for stopping by here. Always good to see you. Raining there. Ugh. Nothing's worse than a miserable rainy day. Okay, this great idea I had for the cord, I don't think is working for me. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. We'll know more soon. Well, you keep it up, my friend. And I'm sure we'll see you again soon. Alright. So my plan is to walk down to Queen Street and then go essentially just kind of follow it down for a little bit. But then from there we can kind of go wherever we want. It's going to be up till 3 p.m. Ah, fair enough. My hope was to be able to be out for an amount of time and not freeze to death. But we shall see if that happens. I do want to see if I can find someone who can join me tomorrow to help me film some Toronto tourism videos. But like, what are your favorite things to do in Toronto? Oh gosh. Just see what people have to say about the city. Oh my gosh. I am not used to being wired. No one should put me on a leash, clearly. But a Toronto Edwardian architect. Ooh, you know what's great? Is now when people have things like that, I can be like, perfect. Can you drop it in the Discord? And that way I can actually see it later. And just like, that's a good way to communicate with people. Okay. So I was trying to do this cobra style, where it would go around my arm, but I think I need to actually have it above my arm. The cord, that is. That should be good. But yeah, I was thinking of taking Queen over to either like Ossington or Dufferin and then walking up there. So should I cook pork chops? Obviously. Pork chops and applesauce. Some people put mint in there as well, but those people, I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that extra ingredient. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I guess I need to try pork chops myself. Also, I really just love this street. I find it so picturesque. There we go. All right. Now it's working. The rain made it warm here today. 11 degrees. Is it cold in Toronto? It's actually quite warm. It's quite like I'm literally just wearing a jacket and like my little sweater underneath. But it's perfect. Like it's very nice today. Weather is gorgeous. We're getting some interesting parts of Toronto. Yeah. No complaints. Oh, TMU. Hi, Sam. Just got back from the store, got my 5 jumbo sausages and curry. Why do we always talk about food immediately? What is this? What do we do to each other? I just started walking and everyone's already talking about dinner and food. To be fair, that's what I love about us. We're consistent. I had a sesame bagel with peanut butter, and just for extra fancy, I toasted it. That is what I did. Was it delicious? Actually, yes. Probably one of my favorite things to have. Also, sesame bagels, underrated. Oh, I like bagels. We all like bagels. Bagels are just donuts that are savory. Swiss Chalet, I passed by Swiss Chalet on Pape Avenue in front of Pape Station. Oh, very nice. Ah. Quarter chicken dinner, white with fries, and a multigrain bun. Classic Swiss Chalet order.
It's like making up.
It's funny, I don't even remember the last time I'd been in a Rabba, but somehow they always manage to stay open. Mostly because I'm pretty sure people end up there at like 3 a.m. They're just like, you know what's great? $12 bread. I mean, I guess when you have no choice, the only choice is the best one. We call them bagels along the A sound. That's something everyone always told me I said bagels wrong. But it's like, is it bagel or bagel? Because I've heard both. I've never been to Rabba. I think Rabba's Toronto only. But I don't know that for sure, so I can't say. But they're good. Like, they're a good branch. There's a bunch of them downtown Toronto. If you ever need, like, a late night, like, orange juice or something, they are good options to go to. But certainly not where I would regularly shop for groceries. It is more of like a stopgap grocers. So they're more of the place you go to when there's nowhere else nearby because everything is super pricey. Like regular groceries, you're looking at the No Frills, you're looking at the Fresh Go. Places that are somewhat reasonable. But no, that one, Rabba is like the opposite of that. Vasily, welcome, buddy. Good to see you. Remember, it was Randy who was actually telling me about this building. This was the Sears building. I just thought it was so interesting because it's an inverted pyramid. I was just like, huh, I'd never actually like. Yeah, this building is designed like an. Oh my god. R.I.P. Sears. It's doing these microphones are wonderful, but definitely having the pass through is challenging. But I love how the whole building is actually designed like an inverted pyramid. It actually extends out over you as you're walking underneath it. Just neat. Oh, wind. Ooh. I'm gonna try to cover the microphone because. Hi, Princess. Good to see you today. Good morning. Good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning. Do you? Do 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 do. I will point out I am singing more often now. I'm not sure if that's a comedic thing or if it's just me being in a good mood. Because last night I got to apply to officially become a YouTube partner. I hit the hours, I hit the subscribers, and now we're going up. And we're gonna get to 1,000 subscribers. And it's gonna be a great time. And I'll be able to live. Yay! Wins, everybody. Wins, wins, wins. So if you want to help that experience, tell your friends, get them to subscribe, like it, join the Discord. So many ways that we can make this a thing. And I am trying my best to make sure that we have plenty of things that we can do in the future. And I'm trying to think of other videos. It's suddenly becoming a content creator is very strange. But I'm also just like, well, I feel ready. We don't have bus guide bars on the front of UK buses. Oh, really? I'd be curious to know what they do for differentiations. It's good to be here. Maybe it's because your birthday is coming up. My birthday is coming up. I have to talk to Hunter about that because I was asking him, it's just like, can you help me like work through my whole birthday plans? Because I wanted to go and do karaoke, and then I found out that the karaoke place is closed. Or not closed, but it's sold out that day. And I'm just like, really? You're sold out like half a month in advance? Remember that YouTube takes a 30% cut of every super chat. PayPal is better. Yeah, I know. But at the same time, I'm just like, every little bit helps. And if it's something that people are comfortable doing, they will find a way to do that no matter what you do. So, if people want to contribute, always happy to let them. But if they feel comfortable or safer doing it through YouTube supers, then I'm just like, you know what? Sounds great. But yeah, YouTube taking 30% is a little ridiculous. Especially since they're going to make people watch ads beforehand. It's got some issues, but also I'm not going to bite the hand that feeds me right away. Want to get that ticket to give your nephew the book? Yes. Yes. Oh my God, I was looking at bus and train tickets. I hope there's some kind of sale that's going to go on Friday, because I'm just like, right now it's like $200 each way on a train. So for me and Joel to go over there would be like literally $800 there and back. And just like, that's too much. I don't know if I could do that, but I have to look at ride shares and other options and see what I can do. Yeah. YouTube supers are much easier for people than PayPal. Yeah, true enough. If you keep targeting my comments with adverts, then eventually I will use PayPal. Fair enough. What the heck, that's insane price. It really is. I'm just like, that's too much. Could fly to England and back for cheaper than that. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to lie. I've actually been looking at selloffvacations.com. And just like, for the price it takes for me to go to, for me to go to Ottawa and back on the train, I could quite literally have a week in Cuba at an all-expenses resort. Ugh. That doesn't look like Queen Street, right? You caught me. You caught me, Vasily. It's not Queen Street. This is Drag Queen Street. Oh, hi, Kevin. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the Chit Chat. I remember there was I don't know if this was everywhere in Canada or just in North Bay, but when I was younger, there was itravel2000.com, and their jingle was itravel2000.com. Dial 1-866-WOW-DEAL and get away for less. 1-866-WOW-DEAL. Was that just North Bay? Was that just Ontario? Or was that a Canada thing? Legitimately do not know. Oh, Pink Elephant Creamery. That place is impressive. Do you know how much it takes to... Do you know how much work you have to do to cream an elephant? I don't remember that one here. So we're starting over at Queen and Jarvis, and we're gonna go for a walk. It's true that most people in Toronto don't actually pronounce the second T. That is 1,000,000% correct. That is where my entire name comes from. So I'm TOURonno. So this space over here, this was a long time ago, but this used to be a photo studio I used to work at. And yeah, the guy who ran that place was very strange. And to this day, I mean, ow. Goodness gravy. But I will say, to this day, I'm still not entirely sure, A, how he made money, if he did it all, or B, how it was a business. I worked for him selling iPads, I think, but he paid me full time for 3 months to work on slideshows that told people why iPads were good. But I'm not sure what he was selling or doing. I really don't know. I should ask him on a walk one day and be like, how much cocaine were you on during that time? Because I am willing to bet it was a lot. I heard that from another TOURonno video. Yeah. I mean, if you ever hear me say it, it's always TOURonno. 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 It's not Touron, yes, it's TOURonno. Made chicken casserole and noodles. Ooh. Mr. Leahy calls it the white liquor. Tehran. No, that's a terrible movie featuring Jared Leto. Did anyone see the Tron movie? Because, I mean, I don't regret seeing it. Maybe I do. It wasn't very good, which is a shame because, like, Tron is a franchise I really, really want to like, and somehow I just feel like they never quite hit, you know? I only saw the old 80s Tron. Yeah, fair enough. I do like that piece. I think that's very telling. That's a beautiful sculpture. Actually, the detail on the bird is really nice. The Metropolitan United Church. So they're United Church. That would mean that they are an accepting church. Can't remember what the exact term is, but like, not validating, but essentially a church that would be okay with queer people. Or, all right, let's go Raptors. Why are all these taxis just laying here and beeping at each other? Oh, is Carl here? If you are, welcome, Carl. Good to see you, my friend. I'll let you know when we pass a pizza. Maybe one day I'll get a pizza. It won't be a happy day, but it will happen. I do still think we should do a pizza taste test and be like, these are the pizzas of your life. These are the best, or at least the most available pizzas we had in Toronto. And compare them on price and taste. Do all the stuff. All that horn, not in love. Yeah. Non-denominational churches accept all. That's not true. Fun fact, my parents' church in North Bay was a non-denominational church by technicality. Non-denominational now refers to more like charismatic movement. And so, yeah, if a truly non-denominational church would theoretically accept every religion and every person, whereas most churches that are, what's the word? Anyways, I have a female friend from Iran who moved to Toronto, and she went to a non-denominational church, said it was very accepting from all the people from all walks of life. See, that's lovely. That is what I think church should be. But like, yeah, my experiences was slightly different than that. But also, I'm really glad that they found a place that they're safe and that has actually like accepted and worked with them. I think that's really great. That's what church should be, right? I feel like Little Caesars is pretty good deals. Like $8 for a medium pizza is like grocery store price. Yeah, but Little Caesars is like, you know, it's fine. Oh, what's the term? Affirming. That's it. Wow, that's it's not at all where the stoplight was. But good on her for trying. A little preview of the Ontario line. Yeah. I was watching a video about the Ontario line the other day, and it really is curious to see, like, this subway line will literally make or break Toronto's transit traffic situation. But I'm always just like, any place you go that brings in more transit's always good, but like, we're all just hoping it's not another Eglinton Crosstown situation. I think everyone's hoping it's not another Eglinton Crosstown situation. Toronto drivers are almost as bad as fax drivers. Yeah. That's why no one drives in Toronto. There's too much traffic. In South Africa, traffic lights are called robots. Oh, I didn't know that. I have actually been to South Africa many years ago. she was from Iran, and she said the Iranian religion was very, very strict, and she did not like that. I had to wear certain types of clothing and did not go over well with her. But this church, she could wear whatever she wanted and go to church, and that was great for her, and she felt peace. That's beautiful. I mean, that's what a church should be, right? A place where you can go and feel safe and build community and like make things better for people. Will anyone join us on the walk today? Nope, just me and my multiple personalities talking to myself as I'm walking down the street holding the camera. I do want to make it so, like, I think tomorrow, what I might do is I might actually just make a sign, and then instead of doing a walk tomorrow, I might just try to interview people on the street and be like, hey, can anyone, like, would anyone like to come with me tomorrow? And we'll just talk to people on the street about what their favorite parts about Toronto are, and really, you know, try to branch out a little bit so we can actually be more TOURonno and not just a walk channel TOURonno. But, you know, it's good. The new Ontario line is going to have an explosion in population for the areas around the new line. Rubber band and in much needed areas. Oh, for sure. It's called transit-induced demand. So if developers are smart, they will be starting to build units around those areas now that are available. Because in like 5-10 years, when the buildings are ready to go, people will be eager to move into those neighborhoods. Well, I'm so optimistic, 5 to 10 years. Oh, listen to me. How young and naive I am right now. I believe acceptance comes from within. To an extent, I believe that everyone inherently will grow up. Without external influences, everyone will naturally accept themselves. And it's only through learned behaviors that we actually come to resent or regret or hate parts of ourselves. And that can be a combination of psychological triggers growing up. It can be it's the old nature versus nurture debate, right? But I believe everyone will inherently accept themselves unless they are taught to loathe or detest or invalidate some part of themselves. And that's where a lot of self-hatred comes from. So hopefully, talking about these things and bringing them out will bring more acceptance and will allow people to be more open and honest and truthful with themselves. And hopefully work through any issues that are preventing them from being their fully accepted self on a more human level. At least that's my thought. Oh, they have the tree up in Nathan Phillips Square now. It's actually looking really pretty. Maybe we'll go just pop over real quick. By the way, now that we are away from the construction, this is the old City Hall. Still beautiful, still statuesque. They actually still use it. Still a municipal building, but not for like the major city stuff. That's this one, Nathan Phillips Square. Built by our former mayor, Nathan Phillips. Well, not by him, he hired people. I feel like that's an important distinction to make sometimes. But yeah, quite a futuristic building when it was first made. So much so that I realized the other day we were watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. And there was a point where they had a slideshow of like different locations throughout the universe. And they actually used this because at the time, this was such a futuristic looking building that they thought it would be a good fit. So yeah, when it's not getting blown up by scientific projects or by science fiction shows, Nathan Phillips Square doubles as a futuristic landscape, apparently. I mean, to be fair, I think the tree looks more impressive the further you are away from it. From over here, I think they might still be I hope they're still decorating it, because I'm just like, that does not look done yet. Oh, nice. What season are you on now? I am on season 4. We just did season 4, episode 2. If people want to follow along with mine and Joel's binge watching of Star Trek: The Next Generation, happy to share my reviews on Discord. It's kind of nice to have a place where I can actually say, it's just like, yeah, we can go here and do this and talk about this. Good to see you, Princess. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate having you. I just want to get a nice view of Nathan Phillips from this side, just because it is a beautiful venue. All things considered, it is very iconic Toronto. We don't have a lot of buildings that are like distinctly unique and different. So it's nice that we actually have this. I feel like it's very... The old City Hall is now a courthouse. Yeah, that makes sense. I like Lower Decks a lot too because it references Next Generation a lot. Fair enough. Is your Discord server link in the descriptions? It is. It should also pop up on these options as well. So. But it should also just be in the description underneath as well. So these are the Peace Gardens. I think it's so weird. I didn't even know these were here until like a couple weeks ago when I came by with Claire. I am even now continually discovering new things about Toronto, which I think is really cool. It is a city of surprising history, where there's a lot here, but you don't really hear about a lot, and everyone's just like, there's not a lot to do, but I'm just like, but there kind of is, because like, you can find your communities and make your own fun, but I'm just like, that's not fun for a lot of people as well. But like, places to go dancing, do they still exist? I don't know. Good food city. Definitely a good food city. This, of course, is Osgoode Hall, which we were by a couple days ago. Mostly law students, law society business. You know what? I'm actually going to go up through here. No, I'm not. Side against. I've shown that courtyard many, many times. I don't need to go by every day. Yay, Sam! I'm excited to have you. Especially you. I should make you like an entire section just of like Sam's dad joke of the day. So Queen Street is actually one of the oldest streets in Toronto, no surprise there. But this was actually intended to be like Toronto's main thoroughfare. They really wanted to move everything down close-ish to the waterfront, because the waterfront at that time was a lot closer to the city as well. So when like in the 1950s, they built the first streetcar, and then when they were actually looking to build the next one, the idea to go along Bloor kind of solidified that as the main thoroughfare of the city. So it kind of shifted the entire landscape of the city north. But a streetcar or like a subway on Queen is long overdue. Absolutely one that should have been here decades ago, but thank God it's finally getting built at least. And once it does, we'll all be here. Excited to see what's going on. You need 2 mobile phones. One for YouTube and the other for Discord. Right? That would be nice. Or at least someone just to walk with me. Or ride in a scooter beside me. Or I can ride on the scooter. Or we can both have a tandem bike and we can bike around and just be adorable. But then I'd have to learn how to ride a bike. Not only that, I'd have to learn how to ride a 2-person bike, which somehow seems harder. Oh, and over there's the Campbell House Museum. I have to admit, I've never actually been inside the Campbell House Museum. Oh, Lord, hello. UK doesn't have a subway system. We have a tube system instead. Yes, so different, so different. Actually, to be fair, I think the UK subway system is what the Toronto subway system tries desperately to be, and certainly tries to compare itself to. My favorite thing about Toronto are the people. You can think of anything you want to do. Oh. And I will always be a group of people that will share it with you, and insurance. Any selection, your choice. Fair? This is the Campbell House Museum. It really is a cute little space, but not one that I've actually come into by myself. Tour entry by donation. I mean, that would be good to do one day. Do you folks want to come with me sometime? We'll go explore Campbell House. I wonder if Nev's there. I also wonder if they sell soup. Goodness gracious. Maybe Queen Street was a bad idea today. I'm wondering if I cross down to the south side, maybe the wind won't be so bad. Saturday afternoons, the best place to be is Queen Street West. Very busy, very active, or do you need shops along route? I mean, I really like a lot of the shops on Queen Street. It's got a good multitude. This is the Rex. Rex is a great jazz bar, which isn't something I thought Toronto had, but apparently a very, very deep and interesting and exciting jazz scene for people. So I'm just like, that's cool. But yeah, Toronto also has the reputation of being the most multicultural city in the world. I'm just like, yeah, you absolutely believe that just being here for like 10 seconds. You're just like, yep, looks right, seems right. Which some people are just like, that means we don't have any identity. Just like, I feel like that means we have an abundance of identity. Because we're not all one thing, it just becomes a more human thing overall. Yeah, this side seems better for the breezes. If it pleases the breezes. As multicultural in London as the rest of the UK? Honestly, probably more so. Well, that's... Oh, geez. Yeah, the wind is winding today. Oh, there's a part of me that's actually just getting distracted by the wind, so I'm not actually saying as much about what's around, because I'm just like, holy crap. That is intense. I do like to point out, this was the Much Music building. Now it's just random CTV building, CP24, all the rest. But there's something really special about walking by. And like when the VJs were playing and you could look in and see them actually working and doing their thing. It was just really fun. Intense light camping, the Great Road, fair enough. It's like there's something, since this is kind of shut down, it is absolutely missing something. I'm just like, who still cares about the traders? I don't know. I'm sure someone does. Honestly, I think that you should have like a trader style TV show but use the same people in 3 different seasons. That way you can come back and see them do something else and see which ones, because then you have like knowledge of who did it last time and who would, you know, I just think that would be interesting. Make it so a reality show wasn't just one like as much fun as it is having different people every year. If you had the same people every year, you get to know them really, really well. And that just adds a whole extra layer to the game, I think. It's kind of like if every season was All-Stars. But you know what? Some people might be turkeys, so you don't invite those ones back. But you have like... The winds are coming from the south. Yeah, that tracks, considering where I'm at and what we're doing. Now cooking pork chops. Yeah, you get those pork chops, Timmy. You get those pork chops. Oh. But see, now that I've got like the first level started, I didn't realize that I would have to actually do like a whole proposal where I'd have to be like, oh, now YouTube has to actually go on and verify everything. They're just like, this could take up to a month. I'm just like, really? Oh, I thought I had passed the first hurdle, but no. But now I'm just like, okay, I have more time, I have extra time, but I've like tasted the blood in the water, and now I'm just like, how do I get those subs? How do I get my sub count up? Ugh, I hate that I've become that person. You could get a canal boat and sell ice cream from it. There's one in the UK. See, I could, but no one would. The only thing that you could do with like a boat would be you could put it on wheels and then push it down Queen Street and then sell things from that to it. I mean, that would be kitschy, and that would be fun. I feel like a lot of people would go for that. Toronto is in abundance of all endeavor days. It's another way of putting it. Oh, for sure. Ooh. All right, let's see if I can brave the... No, I won't brave the wind. I want ice cream now. Was it because of the pink creamery elephant? Pink elephant creamery? Bookshop. I want ice cream now. Yeah, fair enough. Ice cream is delicious. I remember ice cream. I miss ice cream. I just always like to point out. I know Lush is like a big brand like around the world now, but I remember when Lush first opened here, my friend Yana used to work there, and she would always tell me about all of her experiences at Lush because they had such like fine, natural products. Because she used to work at the Body Shop before that. She was like, wow, Lush is like the Body Shop, but not evil. And I'm just like, oh, that sounds great. I don't know if she still works there. I don't even know if Lush is good anymore. But knowing everything about society, I would not be surprised if the answer was no. Like I said, I miss my friend Yana. I hope she's doing okay. She might be they now, actually. If I can afford it, I would buy that on City TV building and turn it into what it was for the music venue, or People with Garland. People with Garland. I like Lush, but it's so pricey. I just always like to point out, so this is Cops. Wonderful record store. But there was one experience I had where I wanted to actually get a record. I was walking by it. It was Carly Rae Jepsen's Emotion album. And it had just come out, and I was really excited. I never actually had a record before. I was on my way to work, and I was going to buy the album. But then I went to work, because I was late, of course. And then I didn't get it. But then as I was coming back, afterwards, it was closed, so I didn't get to go. And I went back the next morning on the way to work, and they had sold out in like the 20 minutes they'd been open. So I was just like, that's not fair. I always like to point out Steve's Music Store as well. This place is iconic. Oh. An idea. Somehow legally acquire a traffic light pedestrian button and fix it to the front of the house as a novelty doorbell button. That is actually a cool idea. I actually like that a lot. That'd be actually, I think that would do really well. This is Board Game to Go. I used to go, well, we used to order from them all the time. But also, who knows? Maybe they're still active. Oh, and Borderline. Borderline here is a store that does like punk and alternative fashions. Very emo chic, I would say. But I remember back in 2011 or 12 when I had first moved here and I was working at Second Cup or Timothy's, one of those two. I had made friends with someone and we were going there. And I found this pair of like $250 pants that were like black jeans, but they had like leather bonds on the knees, and they looked so good. This was before like my legs became what they are now. So I'm just like, now it would look really nice on them. But yeah, I had this whole idea of being like, I think I really want these pants. And she was like, do it. You deserve the pants. You deserve the pants. You're really good. You deserve it. So I ended up getting like $200 pants. I was so proud of them for the longest time. So I was like, I afforded $200 pants. I didn't break my budget. Now I'm just like, man, wouldn't it be great if I could get pants for like 20 bucks? That'd be wonderful. You should combine your writing with someone else, something else out there like fashion or something that you're interested in. My writing? My writing or my writing? Also, hi Megan, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by today.
See you later. See you tomorrow. I'll text you what's going on.
You could get genuine Dr. Martens. I would love good Doc Marten shoes. But literally when I'm walking right now, because I'm walking so much, I think the next, once monetization hits, once I'm actually starting to build, or once I can book some more tours, once I can kind of get some income going, like in something flowing, absolutely would get Doc Martens or Flavogs. Those are so fancy and nice. Ooh. Like secretly I do love shoes, but I need to have shoes that can keep up with me, so I don't have to cover them with duct tape and wear them for months. Because we all know I have done that and will do that again. I hate to say it, but the shoes that I literally just got from Hunter, like less than a month ago, I can already feel them start to give a little. I'm just like, oh no, this is gonna be a problem. So I need to almost go and find, like I think I need to go to one of those expensive shoe stores. Also, have we ever seen those ants that are on the side of Cameron House? Those are terrifying. I mean, they're cool and they're awesome, but I'm just like, no thank you. That one up there, like I don't know if you can see it on the red building, that one's just dead. That is a dead ant. Don't warn the uncles. Get the big red boots. Hit. I love the pattern on camouflage. The irony is now it stands out. But the painting on Paquita is really cool too. I kind of like this new trend that buildings are doing. Just paint a little thing on the, it makes sense. We are literally across from Graffiti Alley. I know I've been in Graffiti Alley a lot lately, but you can kind of like peek in the side over here. But down there, that's where Graffiti Alley is. Oh, it's our friend. I think his name was Do You See Me? Oh, he's nice. The party was just like, should I go back and say hello to him? I'm just like, no, that's weird. I don't want to be that guy. Organic nail bars. Very nice. I don't know what Jungle Toronto is. All-in-one fitness studio. Okay. construction zones have Madonna cones. I mean, that's in the village. That would actually be really funny. That'd be a really funny gag. If you recognize this, you're in the right area. So this area here is kind of where it starts to turn into more of the fashion district. So a lot of these places, like there's the bead store over there, lots of fabric stores, Bolt, and a surprising number of tattoo parlors. So all the times I've been over here, I've literally never streamed this part of Queen Street because I literally always do Graffiti Alley. So I'm just gonna make sure I do this one. We got a vintage store, another bead store, a liquidation sale, a fruit market. Ooh, ooh, tasty. Are they good prices? I mean, they're not the worst prices. Hey friends, do you know the way? God, that meme was something. The amount of construction zone barrels you could name them as a pastime hobby. I mean, there's no shortage of construction happening in Toronto at any given time. But especially lately, it seems. Hot and fresh cookies, babies, a place called Gas Station. I am curious. One thing I'm going to keep my eyes open for is that there used to be a bar called Off-World, and you would walk in and the entire thing was like themed like a spaceship. It was really cool. It had some really, it had one drink that was like a banana bread old fashioned, and it tasted so good. Hey, Spitty, good to see you, buddy. Oh. I'll always miss being able to come out here with my tours and walk them over and show them, just like, you see that blue building there? That was a Magic Mushroom store. You see that purple building over there? That was a Magic Mushroom store. So you literally walk down from Graffiti Alley over here, and we would come out, and then we'd be like, oh, by the way, this is a Magic Mushroom store, and that's a Magic Mushroom store. And Velvet Underground is now gone as well. Yes, unfortunately. Ugh. I mean, at least we still have a cannabis dispensary. And I do love how there's, I just love how there's a new place in the middle of Kensington called Golden Grams. That is mush and kush, or mush and kush, whatever you want to say. And I was like, that's hilarious. That's great. Whoever made that, A+. I think that's the funniest name I've come across in a long time. If you look over there, you'll see there's Theatre Pass Marais. Also, some people are really enjoying Pink Pony Club, so that's good for them. We love Pink Pony Club. Easily Chapel Roan's best song, but also curious that it was a hit in 2024/2025 because it was around for a long time. Is she still around? She's still gonna do stuff? I hope so. I feel like this era she didn't get a lot of love. I thought The Giver was a great song, but that song flopped. The Subway apparently did okay, but it was nominated for a Grammy still, so cool. Imagine attaching a wheelie bin to a balance board as a home-made ride. I mean, to be fair, I don't need to imagine that because I've done it. A place called Throwback Vault. I don't want to know what's in there. Cannot steal the trees, they have guards around them. Yes, as you said, can't steal the trees. We can try, but we won't get far. Was someone blasting Pink Pony Club? Yes. Someone was absolutely blasting Pink Pony Club from their car, and they were singing along very loudly, and I'm just like, you know what, my friend? You do that. You have fun. You have a great day. And I think they did. I think they're doing. I think they're going to continue to do. I'll always remember when I was coming here for a theater thing, and I walked down the street one day, and there was a big giant billboard for years that said, "You are now at Queen and Beer Thirst," and it was a beer ad. I can't remember what company it was for, but I was just like, I remember looking up and being like, "That's the stupidest ad I've ever seen." But I still remember it years later, so it can't have been that stupid an ad. But the problem is I don't know which beer it was. So on the one hand, they did an excellent job with their advertising. On the other hand, they did a terrible job with their advertising. Wouldn't power poles, wouldn't steel poles be better and stronger? Hard to say, actually. Like to point out, they have fun guys up there, as well as it looks like an Indian space. So careful with the korma, I guess. You never know what you're gonna get. Also, homecraft decor. This area of Toronto might not get like a lot of love, but that place is a trip, man. You walk in there, it has like the craziest furniture, and I would, if it wasn't a fortune or tacky as hell, I would absolutely like, yeah, I would get a lot of stuff from there. I don't think Hunter or Joel would let me do that though. It's like, yeah, it's fine, we're good. Fun guys, I love that name. I do too. The products are good too. So, very expensive. Allegedly, of course. Allegedly. I mean, apparently you can just order online and then they just deliver it to your door faster than you can get a pizza. But I said pizza, now I want pizza for dinner. But I had like, okay, 2 days ago we had chicken nuggets, and then last night we had, literally, what did we have last night? Last night we had Kraft dinner and meatballs. I'm just like, do I really want like another easy meal with, do I want another easy cheesy meal? I'm just like, yeah, maybe. Why am I so simple? Had to tune in, just got into your stream. Had to tune into your stream. Aw, thanks, Christy. It's good to see you today. We're having a good time walking down Queen. You could get a kebab. Oh, I could get. No, that implies me. I really don't want to spend money on anything. But I got some turkey, so I can make like a turkey cream sauce. Yeah, I could probably. I think I'm gonna make that. I'll do something like that. I'll make like a turkey spaghetti sauce. I just have to psychically communicate with Joel to be like, please take the turkey out of the freezer, so that I can make the thing. If you're watching Joel, look up from the video game, and take the ground turkey out of the container. Ukrainian Baptist Church. Even just getting to look up at some of these streets, they do have a lot of character, especially once you come down here. I mean, we've explored Palmerston before. That would be a good street to do. Like start at the south of Palmerston and then walk all the way up. All right, here it is. Let's see if Offworld's still here. Hell Bar. Ooh. I guess Offworld shut down. Because I'm just like, that was clearly it. It was beautiful. Like the space itself was really cool. It was pricey, but it was worth it. But I guess they made it Hell Bar. But I always loved this piece of art. Although, to be fair, turn off your mind is easier said than done. Turn it off like a light switch, just go click. It's a cute little Mormon trick. Da 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 da. Swapped aliens for demons. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, there's Flavog. Part of me is just like, should I cross the street just to like, can I just like drool over shoes? I've never really understood like shoe love until I saw some of the ones they had. I'm just like, okay, I get it now. They're just like, it's so far in my alley. Like so my style, so my everything. Oh, on that note, my jacket is coming together fabulously. I actually did, my cat's name is Fabian, and I did a little portrait of him on the back, and it's really cute. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this in 10 minutes. But it's like, it actually looks like him. It's like, I didn't know I could draw cats, but apparently I can draw cats with marker even. I was just like, oh, I'm really glad that worked out. Now part of me is just like, do I try to do the other cat as well? I'm just like, I don't know. I don't want to push my luck. And I feel like if I did that, it would not turn out anywhere near as well. Posted a pink traffic light on Discord. It's real, not sure where though. Oh, that'd be cool. Certainly not a color you often see in traffic lights, that's for sure. Sorry guys. There you go. So I have the cord precariously balanced on my shoulder so that when I change, oh, it's the Silver Snail. I used to love this place. I mean, it's just like a comic book store. But when I was younger, I would actually come here fairly often. Because when we went to Church Street, or when we went to Queen Street, it used to be down by where the bulldog, the black bull, it used to be down by that area where Mech was. But then there was a big fire and they had to move to Yonge Street. And then they moved from there, they moved back over to Queen Street West area. A little further than most would go, but still good. East site do pink traffic cones too. Interesting. I will say for those who are joining us, I've officially submitted to do level 1 monetization. Yay! So I hit the hours, I got the subscribers. So first off, if you're here, thanks for being here. And thanks for being a part of this. It feels really, really good. And now I just want to make everyone proud by doing even more. So the hope is that I will be able to come back and use this next month to really push the subscriber count up. And once I do that, if I keep doing this, maybe I can do the whole thing. Wow, I didn't actually notice on Sanko, but that is beautiful art. Like, that's super cool. I do want to do one more thing. I actually want to see if I can take people for walks in Toronto, but specifically I want to see if I can get like a couple and see if they would like share their stories of like love and like how they fell in love, what Toronto means to them, blah, blah, blah. And just we can like highlight some spots that they've really enjoyed. So yeah, if you know any couples in Toronto who might want to be a part of that, let me know. I think that would be a lot of fun. Congratulations on your Monte. Thank you, Megan. Apparently the approval process takes about a month. And I was just like, are you, no, I was really hoping it would be much sooner than that. So I was just like, oh no. But at least it gives me time to like build up to the next goal, I guess. But I was really hoping to get that in time. But sadly not. But this is another Ukrainian church. This one's Ukrainian Catholic. So, you know, they will not be strict at all. But, by the way, the roasted nut has peanut butter lattes, and they are so good. They're so good. But I like this. A nice little queer love letter to Queen Street. This area is actually very accepting and very affirming, as we discovered. Not the Ukrainian Catholic Church, obviously, but like, yeah. Congratulations! Thank you so much, friends. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for being here, and for like egging me on, and for joining this little weird family. And I feel I'm honored that you folks come back every day. It makes me feel very accepted and very happy. And yeah, thanks for being a part of this. And my hope is that from here we can keep growing. Oh my gosh, the instinct just pulls me to Trinity Bellwoods. So I want to know, do you folks want to explore Trinity Bellwoods and I loop around and go up and then head back? Or should I continue down Queen Street and then come back on Queen Street? So whichever one comes up first, that is what I should do, and that is what I will do. Also, this one has Colombian Gothic and picnic snacks. That sounds great. And Type. There's a store here called Type. Yes, there used to be a store here called Type. Oh yeah, it's literally across the one with the red thing. They have my book in there, like my old one, Catalyst. I don't think they have Cypher. I don't think they have that one or Nikki or the other ones. Actually, no one has. I discovered that none of my books are for sale anymore on Amazon. I was just like, oh no. Oh no. All right. So y'all let me know. Do you want to see Park or do you want to see more Queen Street? Either way works. Just gonna walk slowly until someone says something. And if no one says anything, I'll just keep going in a random direction. And then wherever I end up, that's where I end up. Queen Street, please. All right. Yay. Forced interaction between friends. That's the best kind of interaction. Okay, yeah, Queen Street's fine. Actually, I think the last time I did this route was with Hunter, and he took me up to Roncy. And Roncesvalles is beautiful. But a part of me is wondering, it's like, what if I go a little further? What if I see what else is out there? I mean, now that I have this lovely new set of microphones from Eddie and Sip, I can go further. And I don't have to be limited by my own walking capabilities. I can push myself so hard and so far. Is great. This part of Queen Street is interesting because it does just kind of turn into buildings, turn into old-fashioned apartments. But when you just look around, you have Trinity Bellwoods right here. Absolutely one of the most well-known parks in Toronto. Not quite as well known as High Park, of course, but still very popular, especially during the summer when everyone drinks here. Literally everyone you've ever known who is straight comes here without a family. Will come here and they will drink. And if they're not one of those two things, or if they have family, they'll still come here and drink, but they'll do it with kids. So yeah, very vibrant park. Absolutely full of people all the time. With JD can do one. Sorry, he's interfering with Canada, reported via fellow Canadians. What the hell, JD can do one. Do one. Okay. I'm not quite sure what JD is doing. Is it the couch? Is the couch safe? Beautiful work. Actually, I think I pointed that one out last time I was with Hunter. At least I'm consistent. Lavo, manufacturers of perfumery. Aesop, which I've heard good things about. We have Do one means FO, basically. Okay. Interfering with Canada. I mean, I'll find out what he's doing later. Ooh, you can drop it in the Discord and I'll take a look after. Oh, Fresh. I do love Fresh. Fresh is a wonderful, wonderful space. I always used to say, like, it's a vegan restaurant, but despite that, it's absolutely delicious. Take a look up through the streets. This is a really beautiful area. I love the old buildings. Yeah, I was just pointing out the candy factory. You'll never guess what they used to make there. Weapons. Yeah, over here, my friend used to work in a cafe over here. And he got me a job here ever so briefly. But I would only ever get like 3-hour shifts. So it would actually take me, I would walk down, which took me roughly around this time. Obviously not exactly, because I never start the stream at my home. But it's like, I would walk down, and it would be about an hour and a half both ways. So I would spend the same amount of time getting to and from work than I did while I was there. Our Father, God, Jesus. Can someone take care of that? Thank you, Nightbot. Actually, hold on. I'm going to read this whole thing out. Our Father, God, Jesus, craves a closer relationship with us. Now is the time to put away the world and sacrifice. He likes when you sing in truth and spirit all the sins you can remember to be closed forever. Okay. We appreciate your beliefs here. We are an open and accepting space, but you know, to be fair, I am down with Jesus. Jesus is super cool. I don't know what's over here, but I'm drawn to it. So let's see what's over here. Just an apartment building, I guess. But what a cool little, what a great little space. G-Bus. Yeah, here's my thing is I'm just like, no one hates Jesus. Jesus is a cool dude. He was great. It's the people who think they're following him that's the problem. I like how CAMH has a purple lights on their tree. CAMH gives like, man, I'll always remember how my ex, the alcoholic ex, I love how they worked for CAMH, which I'm just like, the irony. CAMH, for those who don't know, CAMH is the Center of Mental Health and Addiction. They're Center of Addiction and Mental Health. And yeah, he was a researcher there. Mm-hmm. Lots of galleries over here too. So interesting paintings. Actually, like a lot of that one over there is gorgeous. I love that one. This one, I think I can critique that one for hours, but I shan't. My issue with it is it lacks cohesion and the chaos. As someone who does, like, I love chaos painting, but as someone who does that, I know what works and what doesn't work, and that painting does not work. It looks cheap. But how could it be improved? You could add some bold contrast to it, or add some hard, sharp lines to essentially allow the chaos and the looseness of everything else to breathe. It just lacks a form. It lacks a form. So when you look at it, it's a little bit chaotic all over rather than one thing. Ooh, had the burpees. All right, we're coming up to the place where I worked for like a week, 2 weeks. Yeah, definitely not worth it. Nightbot is an amazing AI legend. Is he an AI amazing? Amazing? All right, let's go by. Where were you, Cafe Neon? They aren't there anymore. They did close down. But I remember I'd walk by the Gravity Pope and be like, I'm almost there. And usually by this point, it had been an hour and a half since I'd started walking. I'd be like, I'm almost there. I'd already be tired walking in. But, you know, it's normal to be on your feet for 9. Whoa. Yeah. So looking down there, oh, look at this snacky. That little snack. That's so cool. It's a snake covered in American traditional tattoo style. I love that. One-week jobs are the ones with the best stories. Yep, I like to think so. This was it. So this was where Cafe Neon was. I was there ever so briefly. And apparently so were they. So I do thank my friend for offering me the job. But I remember just getting there and being like, I can't live on 3 hours, especially if I'm walking back and forth for an hour and a half each way. You know, tips weren't worth it. This is one of those things where you're just like, a lot of this is problems and not many solutions. Nightbot is available on Discord too. Oh, that's good to know. I mean, to be fair, I never had a Discord that got busy enough that I would need extra moderation, but I'm just like, doesn't hurt to know that that's a thing. Last week I watched the movie Snakes on a Plane with Samuel Jackson. I remember seeing that and being so excited for that in theaters. I paid money for that. Mind you, I paid $7, well, $14, because I brought the person I was dating, and it was a really cute, sweet little date. But
I need help. Good seeing you, I guess.
oh, something's happening here. See what they're waiting for. Heated rivalry. Accent Entertainment. It looks like some kind of giveaway, but I will tell you one thing. I'm not waiting around. Gosh, just as a, if you like comedy, you might like Jimmy Carr. He's funny. Oh, I love Jimmy Carr. I think he is so. I think he's so ridiculous. His punchlines are perfect. I aspire to be a comedian like Jimmy Carr. Not quite as offensive, but like, you know, I'll edge right up to it. Holy moly lineup. Yeah, so something going on there, for sure. What is it? Could not tell you, but it looked like it was... Thank God you folks aren't the ones who are just like, go wait in the line to find out what this is. I'm just like, I do not know. I cannot. My production company is called Can't Stand Sitting for a reason. Because I cannot. Am I a 7? Because I can't even. I will say, my luck for Fringe festivals is not doing very well this year. I got into New York, but could not afford to pay $2,200 to go to New York for 2 weeks. Not including like the food and drink I'd have to get while I was there. So, you know, that is an insignificant number compared to the amount I would potentially make from that. But the opportunity to walk around New York for 2 weeks and do like streams from there, that's all, like, I'm just like, that almost would have made it worth it. But I'm just like, I could also just go down and watch Fringe shows and just ask them if I can get like a media pass or something. And I could just come down and do interviews with people and then just walk with them around New York, which to me sounds better. So I don't have the patience to stand in the line like that anymore. Yeah, very true. Jimmy Carr is only offensive when being rudely heckled or interrupting doing pieces. That's true enough. His jokes are spot on though. Like if you can't have dark humor, oh, Carl, guess where we're at? Oh my God. We found another one, friends. We found another one. Don't tell Kurt. Eaten too much pork chop. Now you are more pork chop than man. True Faith, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you again. Canna Savannah. Cannabis. Oh, Demi's7, welcome. I think you're new here. Welcome, welcome. Michael McIntyre is way more funny. Oh my gosh, Michael McIntyre is also hilarious. The bit where he actually sends like the spam text messages to everybody and people in like celebrities' phones, those make me laugh. I haven't seen his stuff in a while. He was someone I watched a lot with my ex. But since, also like I haven't seen a lot of British content lately. And it's mostly just because like I don't really get to. Like I don't think about it and it's not as available online anymore. But they're also just like, they're not doing 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown anymore. I am new. Try Coleman's English mustard on cold meat sandwiches. Oh, heaven. Whenever I see a Toronto Live, I watch. Well, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us today. I mean, that's just incredible. Actually, there was someone who used to do stuff like this. I'm a hardcore Toronto-central Torontonian. Oh, delightful. Well, you missed most of the walk of Queen Street. I will be heading up through a random, probably the next one actually. I think I'm almost at the point where I'm gonna start looping around and coming back. But I can come back on College, come back on Dundas, on Harvard. We wanna go crazy. Or I can even swing down to King and we can go down from King over. That could be nice actually, I haven't done that. But to be fair, King's just not a very interesting street. There's a current one, I'm a celebrity, get me out of there. Tom Reed Wilson is very posh, his accent, don't you think? I'm not entirely sure who that is. So I would assume so, but I don't know for sure. Hello, Brad. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the stream. We made it to the Gladstone. Oh, Gladstone's great. I've seen a few shows here. What was the last one I saw? I saw someone. I swear I've seen someone here. Was it Jordy? Oh, it could have actually been Jordy. Whoa. That's some wind. I will say, if you stick around to these streams long enough, and I'm just talking, you do gradually see my mind dissolve into a puddle of goo. Or potentially here, just freeze into a block of ice. Just start ranting about the taxes and the Eglinton Crosstown, all the other mythologies that come about in the city. Are you frozen yet? I try to let it go sometimes, but not totally. All right, that was Queen Street. I would stay on it, but oh my god, it is literal. The wind is literally pushing me over. Just like, huh. I saw that it was nice outside, and then I went for a walk and went just like, oh, I mean, it's still nice, but it's chilly. Maddie's friends. I don't like to draw attention to myself, but I will ask this anyways, just once. I don't usually ask. I'm trying to find an exact. Oh, knife. I can't wait to find out what you're trying to find exact. Exact spot within West Queen West. Just can't put my finger where this spot is. This oriented when my ex-boyfriend took me there coming from 2 Augusta. I remember it. It was like a community center school as there was a playground around it. There was also a parking spot on this right. And across it is the typical houses style that we found in that. West Side Street. Finding it myself by driving. Huh. On Queen Street east side, but for sure going on the west side, it would be reported once someone helped me locate this spot, please. Huh. I can think there is a... Ironically, I stopped right before it, but there is a community center on the other side of where we are at. So that would be over towards south of Ossington, I think. But there is a community center there that has a parking lot beside it. So I think that could actually be where it is. Just looking at this, I just think that's a really cool building. Every now and then, if you can... So the wind is literally whipping the phone down against my gimbal. What name street is that? Let's see. I believe it's Ossington. I'll try to see if I can find a distinctive business or something. Or maybe I'll just walk over a street. I can... This place is called Friendly Grocery. Audio, we were there for a second. Yeah, the wind literally blew my cord so hard that it disconnected my microphone hitch. So, yeah. That's fun. We're on Gladstone right now. So the street just beyond Gladstone, there's a train crossing. I think if you go back over on that side, I think that's where you'd find that place. We'll find it anyways, hopefully. A couple weeks ago, I did a walk with Hunter. So if you go into the playlist under Walk with Friends, and Best Pizza in Town, Descendants Detroit Pizza. Huh, very cool. There's a walk I did with Hunter, and we actually went by that place on our way to Roncesvalles. So if you look that up, you might be able to find where that walk happened. I don't know if that helps, but hopefully it does a little. All right. So friends, would you prefer suburban walk back and kind of just hitting some of the highlights? Or I can go down to Queen, or I can go down to King, or I can go up to Dundas or College. Whichever one comes up first, I'll go there. So windy out there right now. Very much so. Not familiar with West Queen West for sure, thanks. One thing I would like to, I actually want to talk to my godmother to see if she will come with me and do a walk of Royal York area. Because A, that's where I grew up around. But B, she still lives in that area. But it's just a really nice area of Bloor Street that doesn't get enough attention. So, squirrel. Or squirrel, if you will. Love all these beautiful houses. Hey guys, hey guys. One ball. They have a reef on the door. Still not good enough. One ball. Microphone is a bit sensitive, and TV set only works when he's standing over the TV set while holding the aerial on the Mr. Bean episode. Oh. So yeah. Don't worry, we'll have a full day. I'm gonna see who I can get this time. Maybe I'll reach out to Design Daddy on Instagram and be like, hey, would you go around and rate tacky Christmas decorations with me? Because nothing is more fun than being judgmental sometimes. And it's always meant with love, of course. We recognize decorations exist, well, let's admit, usually for the kids. But sometimes it is for the adults. And you can usually tell pretty quickly which house is which. My family was not a Christmas decoration house on the outside, but oh my, on the inside. Did you go to the Santa Claus parade? Oh, I went to the Santa Claus parade. I was the sarcastic voice of reason. I've actually had people reaching out to me to be like, oh my God, you were so salty. I'm just like, I was cold. I was wet. I was grumpy. I was an almost 40-year-old man watching the Santa Claus parade by myself, surrounded by children, standing on like this box in the middle of, ugh. It was great. It was great. I had a lot of fun. One day I'll recover. Am I in Little Portugal right now? I guess I must be, eh? Humbug. It's not humbug if you're being genuine about it. No, it's still humbug. It's still humbug. I don't know. I don't want to deceive people and be dishonest. I'm just like, if I'm not enjoying something, y'all are gonna know real quick. You can't talk back to me. Well, you can, just not very well. Because like the whole chat thing. But yeah, this year's Santa Claus parade just felt really like small and kind of cheap. I don't know. The marching bands were the best part. Hello, Harjot. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the chat today. Santa is coming. I know Santa. That's the best pizza place, as they would say. Good to know. I'm actually excited to try it. Dovercourt. But Batty Alley. Pizza by the slice. I don't know what that is, but I'm just like, I might have to add that to the list of potential pizza places. The PPP. All right, I guess I'm going north here. That's the best pizza places, they say. Oh, this is the one. Or this is one that you're looking at. Good to know. Body Alley. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to grab a slice. But I shan't. I shall refrain for another day. chocolate pizza. You just go where the wind blows you. Well, to be fair, right now I'm trying to go where the wind's not blowing, which unfortunately doesn't seem to exist today. But that's fine. I started out with the intention, I usually start with an intention, but now I have this fancy little microphone and I can just walk for longer. And so I'm just like, well, yeah, now I'm just gonna walk for longer because that's so much fun. So I'm just like, I defeated Queen Street. Let's keep going. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go have some fun. Let's go nuts. Let's go bonkers. Let's go crazy. Let's go be silly. Descendant, I believe, is Queen Street East. Okay, good to know. Usually they have a long line up there. Fair enough. Yes, Nightbot, thank you. Nightbot is here to remind everyone that if you enjoy me and you are in Toronto, or if you are coming to Toronto or know someone coming to Toronto, recommend me for a tour. I am a 5-star certified tour guide with an emphasis on storytelling in Toronto and how we're all trying to share our city in new and unique ways. So feel free to book a tour. And I love having friends and making them feel welcome into a city and making sure that they have a good time. So I started this whole thing as a way to kind of complement that. But while I've been doing this, I've discovered that I like talking and walking. Turns out I'm way too invested in it. And people stick around and seem to enjoy me. So yeah. Do you do like haunted ghost tours? Only of my ex-lovers. But those aren't real people anyways. Let's be fair. I do feel like next year I could probably get away with doing some haunted tours. But I find like the haunted tours are always like, oh, go here. And then like 50 people stand around while someone talks about like random ghost stories that may or may not be true. I'm just like, let me tell you about the bad hookup that went south. And then he got the test results. No, that's... Would love to show you my ex-ghost tour in Toronto too. Gabriella, cannot wait. Cannot wait. I think this is supposed to be a crocodile, but also like, why? I can't figure that one out in my brain. Exactly. Thank you, Debbie. That sign literally said personal help for you with my tools. And I don't know if they intended the innuendo or if they didn't intend the innuendo. But I'm just like, phrasing probably should have been looked at there. Locally sourced food space, which we love to see. Oh, welcome to Dundas. I'll take Dundas back. It is a street that doesn't get enough love, I think. At least they didn't say that to do personal inspections too. Oh, I guarantee they probably did. They're just like, he, snicker, snicker. Oh, I just realized what I could show instead. Okay, I know where we're going next. Speaking of like haunted exes. So I used to work for a gallery, and it was called Rosewill. I didn't really work for them. I was part of the collective that all worked out of that space. It was run by a woman who was very chaotic. Like, even for me saying that. So just like, she was like a true artist. Not in the sense that she was prosperous, but in the sense that she was just like chaos, all the time chaos. I don't know if she did drugs. I would frankly be more surprised at this point if she didn't. Let's be honest. But yeah, it was a great gallery to work out of for a while. But after a while, it just got a little crazy. And so I stopped. I left there. That's weird. Not quite sure what happened there. Cut out for a minute and then down to like Pablo Westio. I don't know. That was literally me walking and everything went down for a second. So I saw for a moment there I was at like 10 people watching. So I don't know if that was a Prism thing or if that was YouTube being weird, but yeah, that was disappointing. Walking, having a good time, and then suddenly everyone gets kicked out. Huh. This is an area that I do not know as well, especially these days, but happy I get to kind of share and show. Also, maybe I'm forgetting how far out this was, because this seems really far. Unless I passed it already. I don't think so. If you're running the microphone from the phone, you need a power bank. Well, funny enough, this is the power bank in my pocket. So it still works. Like, it's going pretty well. But every now and then, it's not a perfect system, I recognize. But when you do it all yourself, do what you can. I would like to actually make it so that I have two cameras going, and I have like one camera on the thing and one camera on the other thing. And that way I can literally just have it be like one camera looking forward and one camera on me, both running through a central focus. But yeah, I don't know if that would be more or less engaging. But open to suggestions if anyone has any. I've also heard of some people running their video through here that's then just sent back to the other one, but oh jeez, that was literally the wind blowing it over again. Dual streams, two camera on one stream is good. Yeah, because I feel like I know a lot of people who enjoy having the visual component of like someone reacting stuff as well. And I'm fairly animated at the best of times, so you know, absolutely a part of things to consider. Play to your strengths, right? I'm just like, I'm not totally wretched. I think the usual setup as most YouTuber does. Yeah. It was the haunted exes. They don't like being talked about. You know what? To be fair, it probably was. Let's be absolutely true. Blame this all on your ex. I bind you, Tyra. Bind you from doing harm to yourself and bind you from doing harm to others. I actually didn't see that for Christmas. I should watch that movie tonight. I haven't seen that movie in, like, it's such a good Halloween-y movie. 360 stream is recommended occasionally too. That'd be cool. I would need to figure out how to get a 360 camera, but ooh, Dylan's leveling up. They're great street art there. By the way, Dylan's also does excellent gins, I will say. Misc takes. Suffering Dufferin, folks. We made it all the way.
Okay.
The Craft is definitely a great movie. Thank you. I agree. You know what, guys? I think today might actually end up being the day I do my longest stream, because I've pretty much just not stopped walking from my home. And a part of me is debating, do I cheap out and do I just walk home? Because even if I do, that's still like an hour walk back. So, I don't know, you might get a lot of me today. But I'm happy. I get to I like getting to share these things with people. And also, it's kind of the only way I can actually actively encourage people to come out and, you know, it's getting the subscriber count out. And I've been told that the longer you do your stream for, the more likely YouTube is to recommend you to new people. So I'm hoping that if I do that, I can keep getting new people. They come back. I just selfishly want to live. You know, that's the hope. Also, what's kind of amazing is when you're just doing this so often, and I'm just like, it feels very normal and natural for me to just walk down the street now and just talk to myself and engage with, like, if I have someone here, that's awesome, that's great. I love that, I love having friends, it makes it easier to bounce things off of, but I'm also just getting very used to talking to myself. And as such, I'm kind of noticing and just like, no one cares. No one cares at all. You can be absolutely crazy. You can be saying whatever you want. Just no one cares. You'll literally be walking down the street and broadcasting yourself. And no one cares. I want to show off that, because I think that's a really pretty one. Scooter on the pavement is illegal. Scooter on the pavement is illegal. How dare they? Gosh, I can't believe I walked all the way over to Dufferin. I'm starting to believe that maybe this art gallery just didn't exist. Maybe I made it all up. Did I fever dream an entire life before now? Potentially. But then, there are some parts I would definitely leave out if I did. Alright. I give up. It's not down here. I'm gonna start to head up and go back. But, you know, we tried. We definitely tried. You can talk to yourself, just don't answer yourself back. Sam. Obviously I'm gonna talk to myself. I am a brilliant conversationalist to myself. I have unequivocal proof. You know me, myself, and I? That's all of me. All of me. Why not take all of me, babe? Can't you see? I'm no good without you. You took the part that once was my heart. So why not take all of me? Then you do a tap dance. That's how that song ends. Actually, I remember the duet version from like the Swing musical. So it's like he'd be singing to the girl and she'd be like, no, you don't. A lot of these these smaller, more intimate neighborhoods, like these little pockets of places I like to call. Absolutely get dwarfed out in Toronto, but some really gorgeous spots for sure.
weekends.
So I think I'm coming up to college, meaning I could just explore college on the way back, which is something I do fairly often, but still nice. Lots of very interesting things to look. Oh, look at the pigeon. Birdman for life. Good for you, Birdman. Unless that's like a life imprisonment sentence, in which case, boo, Birdman. Get one of them invisible dog leashes to walk down the street with. You know what? That's really funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually really funny. I'd have to like broadcast it in portrait though, so that you can still see the invisible dog leash bopping in front of you. Almost like you're a first-person dog walker. We are so far out on college that we're now actually just at community college. That's a near perfect joke, by the way. El mitote. Mitote? Mexican pizza and cocktail bar. Mexican pizza? My neighbor has their own cat on a leash when they walk them. Oh no. People on the street will be like, what the hell? See, that's almost funnier. I wonder if I know anyone who has like a fake dog. Because I would absolutely do that. You know what I'm betting? Some of these businesses around me right now look very familiar. And I'm almost 90% sure that I was only off by like a block or two from where the gallery used to be. So now I'm just like, gosh, I need to actually like try to remember where some of these were. But I'm just like, it didn't look familiar at all down there, but up here it does. I wonder if they've just done a lot of construction in the area. But, I don't know. Didn't look like anything was different. I will say we have 2 cats at home. And they do have leashes and like harnesses, so we could try to take them for a walk if we wanted to. But why? Cats don't need to be walked. The flag is Eritrea, I think, and not Benin. Red, white, and red, yellow, green. Red, yellow, green. Shoot, can't remember. Give the invisible dog a name and get a dog barking MP3 player. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna name the dog. My invisible dog is named Zune. A Microsoft Zune. My friend would ride his bike around town with his iguana perched on his back. People are hilarious. Coming from the guy talking to himself, debating on walking an invisible dog while he talks to himself on camera for hours. Doing a stream.
Cool. Wait, I've probably seen you.
Possibly.
What was your name?
Matti. I'm TOURonno.
TOURonno.
This
I've
one.
seen,
There you go.
I've seen one of your videos.
Oh, very nice.
But I know the Ken Continue. I know Johnny
Yeah.
Rides, and You're cool. All right.
Very cool.
Yeah,
They're both great guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll be sure to
I
share.
mean, they're jerks, but you know,
Yeah.
they're fine. They're fine. Yeah, yeah. My invisible dog will be named Azur Devops. Azur Devops? Devops? Azur Devops. I like the name. I feel like it's referencing something I don't quite get. I found that odd too, but I guess to each their own. If that's their thing, be it. That's great. That was a nice little catch of someone. Friendly folk there, subscribe, right? I'm not going to blatantly tell them to do that, but I'm just like, the great thing is now that I have it on my jacket, I can literally just point to my jacket and be like, look, my arm says TOURonno. So you can follow me that way. And by the way, if anyone ever catches me on the street, you are welcome to sign my jacket. So I have a whole side of my jacket that I'm just like, you know what? I always have my marker on me now. Theoretically, until the jacket goes away. The jacket will always have a marker in it. But once it's too cold for the jacket, I won't wear the jacket anymore. It's TOURonno, so maybe it'll always be warm enough for the jacket. That's the hope. It's funny when you just get over here. Like, those big buildings over there, that's our destination. We got a ways to go. But, I mean, we've only been walking for 2 hours. We're fine. We're good. This is not. It's like if I'm not going for a record every time I leave the store, leave my home, not the store, my home, then why? Ooh, that's a nice little street. Got a good feel to it. Get the invisible dog leash and make up an extension to suspend a bone in front of your invisible dog. We're getting too ridiculous with this now. So obviously we need to make this happen. I need to reach out tonight to be like, does anyone have an invisible dog? Can someone post in the Discord an invisible dog? So I can remember to commune with people in Toronto to see if anyone actually has an invisible dog. Is it dog leash? Get a dog leash and rigid wire. That would work. But my only thing about doing that is I wouldn't want to turn it into a prank video. But if you had a dog, like if you had something that barked as like people walked by, that'd be cute. I feel like the more non-joke you make it, my thing is just like I feel like the more non-joke you make it, the funnier it gets in my head. Or just like you're just walking an invisible dog the whole time. And everyone's just like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, "What do you mean?" Walking my dog. Obviously. Silly people. I guess I just have stupid humor, I guess. Garafira Bottle Shop? That place is just called Lardo, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about being called that. Society of Beer Drinking Ladies. They have awesome brews. I would absolutely love to go there and experience that sometime. Woo. I am excited to do my taster beer series, where we just go to like a different space, and like we ask them just like, I just have 3 different tasters. I'll do a video of your store. And it's like if I can do that, that'd be great. So if I know anyone in Toronto who's free during the day and wants to just go have some beers with me, we can see what we can do. That is actually the plan. I am going to go home, do some research on places I can approach, and then just potentially give them a call. Hunter Music's here. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. I like how you came in and immediately Nightbot's just like, hello, I am also here. Do not forget. I'll show up with a Corona and lime slice beer. That sounds delicious. Good old Corona and lime slice. Perfect for families. Or at least one family. Have you got a step counter on? I do have the step counter on my phone. I don't know how accurate it is because I don't know if the gimbal tracks, like if it's canceled out by the gimbal. But even so, like when I get home, I'm looking at like, usually right now it's between 15 and 30,000 steps a day. So yeah, my big thing is just remembering, I need to remember to actually like get home and stretch, because if I don't, then I regret. But I haven't taken baths. Baths help. A nice hot bath on my legs feels, I'm just like, I understand hot tubs now. This is good. Nightbot, I am not afraid of crackers. Get a smartwatch, they measure much more. See, I love how you think I have money. I love that about you. You're like this, you are the sweetest, I love that so much. But to be fair, once I'm at a point now where I can pay down everything that's owed, do my debt, get everything ready. Do I plan to get a watch at that point? Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm a numbers nerd for all things that I'm not. But like, Nightbot game on, buddy. My friends are fun with the rest of the walk. This afternoon, such fun as always. May I suggest go check Tom Reed Wilson? I definitely will. I'm looking forward to it. If you are in the Discord and you have anything of his that you think I would enjoy, I'd love to see it. But otherwise, feel free to join. Would love to have you. But otherwise, thank you for coming, and it's just great to have you here. If you're like him, congratulations on my 522 and counting. Okay, if we're at 522, that means that while I've been walking, I've had 4 new people, which is great. I take this cranker to the metal scrap. Fair enough. It was good to see you, True Faith. You have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining us. It's been great having you around. I will say, if you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing. It helps us out a great deal. If you know anyone who you think would enjoy this, please let them know. By the way, also, speaking of Jesus, that's a cool Jesus down there. I like that Jesus. How are you? I am well. I am enjoying this walk. I'm feeling good. Oh my God, this is a children's center. I like how this is a children's center, but the only thing I see is the garden. What's the name of the painter? Bosch? I'm just like, that's more of a Bosch to me, I think. I think that's the name of the, but you guys know the one I'm talking, like the hell, pretty much, is what I'm saying. That reminds me of hell. That must terrify every child when they're coming in. It's like, it's supposed to be light and playful. I'm just like, that's nightmare fuel. You put one foot in front of the other. Ah! Oh my God, I have a Christmas carol going through my head. What's happening? Why? Who did I upset? So this is the store we were looking at the other day, and people were just like, it's me as a store. It's chaotic and crazy, but somehow still organized enough to at least function. So it looks like it is a holiday store, or not a holiday store, knick-knack store, but I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of me. If I was to identify as a storefront, this is very close to it. But it's nice to be able to see this during the day. Also, a lot of art that I missed last time I was here. Like, that's beautiful. The night baker. Do you want more studio? No. I want Les. The storefront. I mean, to be fair, they're just like, what do you sell? And they're just like, yes. All these murals are so creative. I love them. That one was something else. But like, I love the push that Toronto is doing to really incorporate great street art into everything. It does add a nice vibrancy to the city. I don't know if it's everywhere, to be fair, but like to me, it just feels so natural and homely. It feels good. It feels homeless. The hell one, yeah, that was unique. I'm just like, this is supposed to be for a nursery? Really? That was a strange choice. Don't quite understand that one, but that's okay. Skincare place, criminal lawyers. Huh, many options. This is a really diverse area when you actually look at the stores that are here. Brazilian food, a wing house. Those two go together fairly well. I saw a salt rock on Amazon once, no word of a lie. They said it was perfect for home decor. Swap the E and the O on home. Hemo decor? That is genuinely what they typed. Really? Hemo? That is bizarre. Have fun, kiddies. If you're heading off, you have a great night. CN Tower says goodbye. And great having you. Thanks for spending some time with us today. I meant the daycare kids. Fair enough. She's like, Mom, Dad, I'm having, it's just like, there's nightmares under the bed. It's just like, don't worry, honey. There's nightmares at daycare, too. Just like... Yeah, what a choice. What a choice that was. Aw, it's us, forever buds. I mean, it's like, was the accidental homo was the word, trying to be just fair enough. I mean, they don't lick salt. We're salty enough. Oh, this was the area last time I was here. I walked by a Conline Crush the day after I saw their concert. And a part of me was just like, oh my God, I could say hi. And be like, I was there last night. And then they asked me, how do you enjoy the concert? I'd be like, I left because you were really bad. But that's reminds me of the poor Bart Simpson in the evil clown bed that Homer made for him. Right? Can't sleep, clowns will eat me. Oh, man. That being said, I should have Michael on again soon. What's really funny is when me and Mike are together, we'll just randomly start singing the stupidest things, and then it just kind of builds on each other. So, yeah, there is always that. Do you know how weird it is for me to have a Christmas song stuck in my head right now? It's the No Place Like Home for the holidays, which isn't helping considering all of my, how do I get home for Christmas? It's so expensive. That's the only time I wish I drove or could drive here. But I'm just like, how are all those businesses still open? I mean, if you specialize enough, people will come to you. A lot of restaurants. And also, this is a fairly vibrant community. It's like we have a secondhand bookstore right here, a convenience store beside it. So those go together fairly well, I guess. Looks like a bar, an arts market. Ooh, hello. Matti sing. I know a song that will get on your nerves, get on your nerves. I know a song that will get on your nerves, get on your nerves. Don't recognize yeah. No one is spagooping. That is true. No one is scooping.
Yes.
Unless that's going. No one is going. Yeah, a bit of a quieter day today. But also we're kind of walking through the afternoon. So this isn't the time that most people would be out and about. Most people would come out at night or like earlier on if they're coming to like the bookstores or the knick-knack stores, the record stores. Hello, beautiful people. Greetings from the Netherlands. Hello, Mark. Just the fact that you're in here with a Daffy Freyr profile, I think we're going to be friends. I've seen Daffy here twice. I'm a big Eurovision fan, despite what's happening right now. And as soon as you pop in with that, I'm just like, oh, I think I'm going to like you. I hope you stick around. Oh, cold. Daffy, yes. I went to his concert here a month ago. Oh, so jealous. Was that the one where my friend went and saw him in London about a month ago, and he was actually there with Montaigne. And I was just like, that's an awesome combination, and I'm so jealous. Also, apparently I have a friend in this. So, the unauthorized Hallmarkish parody musical. Hello, Arlie. Welcome. Good to see you again, buddy. Yes, we're best friends now. To be fair, I have a really brutal story because he was in Toronto and I was planning to see his concert that night. And it was also the night that my friend was coming in for the town. So I was just like, let's go have brunch somewhere. There was two places I suggested. There was the Choo Choo Diner and then there was Expectation. And she was just like, well, let's go to Expectation. So I was just like, that sounds great. And then afterwards I was just like, that night we go to the concert and Daffy Freyr was just like, I was earlier at a diner called Choo Choo Diner, and I was just like, no! I literally could have been in the same diner as him. And I would have died. Everyone else is just getting me, like, fangirling out of a Daffy Freyr. I was in Groningen, north of the Netherlands. My friend invited me to the concert as a birthday gift. It was amazing. We both saw him 2 years before that in Reykjavik as well. Oh, that's so cool. I would love to go to Iceland one day. Oh my gosh, that'd be so great. You'd be great in a pantomime, Matti. I've been in a pantomime before. And everyone is just like, who were you? Like, I was in Cinderella. And they were just like, who were you? The ugly stepsisters? I'm just like, no, I wish I was the dad. Because I could sing. We're best buds now. I love having you here, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Actually, in Groningen, we met Arnie, his wife. Oh, that's so cool. I always love pointing out, it's just like, if you look back to the Think About Things music video, or any of the music videos when they had Daffy Freyr and Gaga Magdid, I love how I'm just like, try to guess which one is the wife. Is Iceland made of ice? No, Iceland is actually Niceland. But also very cold. Yeah. So yeah, I hated that like Daffy Freyr was literally there, and I could have potentially met him for breakfast had I had the foresight to be like, let's go to the other diner that I suggested. One random story, not a joke. I was living in Iceland before, and my Icelandic ex knew Arnie. Arnie even recorded a video for him last time we met her. Aw, that's so sweet. Also, Happy New Year for those who celebrate Eurovision. We are starting to enter the thick of things. They've even released the song snippets for Latvia. So if you want to get in on the ground level of all of the insanity that's coming your way, you can do that now. Oh, this was the coffee that... Oh, a part of me just like, maybe. That's really cool. But also, I'm sorry that your ex has that beautiful experience and you didn't get to steal the friendship. The Eurovision madness is starting. It certainly is. And I will soon know whether or not I'm actually going to care about it insanely or not. So last year, I had a show in the North America Fringe Festival circuit called A Canadian Explains Eurovision to Other Canadians. And when I did it in Florida, it was Americans. But yeah, I love Eurovision. It's a big part of what I enjoy. It's hard to like anything these days because everything you want to enjoy, there's a problem with it. Eurovision has all the Israel drama, which absolutely is justified at this point, but still frustrating when I'm just like, I just want to, can it just be non-political? But I'm just like, there's that AI app Sora, and I'm just like, you can do a lot, like you could potentially do a lot of really cool stuff on this. But every time you generate something, you kill the earth. I'm just like, or like Wicked for Good. Everyone's just like, I want to be able to go and watch the movie. But everyone is just all upset about drama that I don't know. I don't know. But yes. I will say if you care to stay in touch, we have a Discord that you are welcome to join. We have a Blue Sky that you are welcome to join. And we love hearing stuff. So if you are in the Netherlands, if I ever get over to Europe, I expect a tour. And I'm very excited to have one. I don't know what Europe Vision is. Fair enough. I have a whole show about it. So I can tell you for only 20 bucks a seat. That's I'm kidding. 15. No. We hope I have a conflict-free year. I love that we are best friends with 1 minute. I like this too. Let's flirt. No. To be fair, I flirt with just about everybody. So I call that being flexible. Blue sky is an overcast sky at the moment. Fair enough. Hunter, I need to see it. Fair enough. Well, Eurovision is essentially a giant song contest that takes place in Europe. Not necessarily just for Europe, but it's run by the nation's broadcasters. And each one of them submit a song that can be no longer than 3 minutes. And that song is competing on behalf of the nation. So it's kind of like if the Olympics was musical. I haven't seen European Vision, but I've heard of it. Palmerston's one of my favorite streets in Toronto. Not just for the joke that my grandmother put me through that one day, but yeah, other things too. Funny enough, I'm actually meeting, if you know a lot of Eurovision content creators, I'm meeting up with Eurovision Sean in the next couple days. We met a little while ago. We were interviewed together for a radio station here in Toronto, in Canada, and yeah, it was great. 200 million people watch it. Australia is also part of it. I mean, to be fair, next year Canada might be too. If not next year, then the year after. I've made it abundantly clear that if Canada competes and then I am not a part of it, I will throw a hissy fit. I will. It will be bad. No. Why Australia? Australia is an interesting case. The broadcaster SBS has been broadcasting Eurovision for about 20 years. And as such, they developed such a love of the contest that they were extended an invitation. And they do it so well that every year they're invited back. Yeah. I follow a lot of Eurovision YouTubers. That's awesome. Well, hopefully you follow me now too. Welcome to the family, my friend. It's good to have you. All right, so I'm at Bathurst. If you look over, we do have the CN Tower, but right in front of that is Sneaky D's. This place is legendary for its nachos. So if you ever want really great nachos, that's where you go. Especially like brunch nachos. It's not something that has like, it's not something I would often look at. But I'm just like, hey, brunch nachos? Sounds like a great idea. And these are our streetcars. Toronto's a unique place in North America because, do you know T-Shots? I do know T-Shots. I've met her once or twice. And we haven't gone for a walk or anything yet, but I do know her. Do you pass by the Lord Palmerston's stone gates that he was not granted land to develop here, not the US, and established the paranoia called urban sprawl? Randy would have said. I think I don't know if we did right now, but yeah, I should actually have Randy walk us through Palmerston, because or the annex. Maybe I can get Randy to do the annex next. I love the annex. It's so funny they call them streetcars. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, we're one of the few places in North America that didn't rip them up over the past 100 years. And as such, they're partially great and partially terrible. Because on the one hand, they're legacy, but on the other hand, we call them trams or light rail. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I also just hear like, man, I am so envious of the Netherlands just for like the amount of transportation options you have, and they're all like fairly inexpensive, and your cities are so traffic free and beautiful. And you also have great contestants in Eurovision. I mean, what happened to Just? Tragedy, just tragedy. Ugh, that one breaks my heart. Halifax ripped out the streetcars and I'm sour about it. Yep, I understand that completely. And just like having them still. A, legacy, B, tourism. But they can be problematic because they aren't done in such a way that it encourages traffic around them to like move. Like even right here, you can look to see how there's parking right beside the traffic lane and there's no other lanes. Just like, well then what's the point of even having traffic? You can't have traffic and parking. Like that's stupid. You shouldn't be able to do that during this time of year, but you can. I don't know. We're so lucky to have great public transit. We are such a tiny country. But you're made all the better by great people like you. Canada needs to change that saying, North America, and now it should be North of America. Touché. Very much that. There was a guard and gun at Bloor College, first gated community. Huh. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. I love the fire hall coming up. Toronto has such beautiful fire halls. It really does. This is absolutely one of my favorites. Gorgeous, well done, nicely done. Cutie alert. Oh, is it me? Am I the cutie? I hope I'm the cutie. I'm just kidding. I know I'm the cutie. I'm so humble. No. I'll take it. No, we are of course referring to the building. No. I've always loved that vintage place across the street because it really captures a feeling of a circus without invoking anything specifically circus. Lebanese garden. There we got some beautiful churches up here. I might actually, if I keep walking at this pace, by the time I'm going to where I'm going, I think I might actually break 3 hours on a session. So this could be the first time doing that, if the phone holds up. We're hoping for it. We're rooting for you, phone. You can do it. You can do it, my darling. How is Movember going? This is actually just me. So it has been. I've had a mustache. I actually grew a mustache for the show. So when I was doing a Canadian Explains Eurovision, I just started with a mullet and mustache just to be like, what's different, what's trendy, what's unique. But then as it's grown out, a lot of people have just been giving me more and more compliments about it. And now it's kind of become a little bit iconic, where people are just like, oh, I recognize you from the mustache. And I get a lot of compliments on it, so I'm just like, I can be different. I can be a weird person with a mustache. Let's do it up. If you get an old rotating vehicle roof light, you can make it into a yard trade house. Huh. And that would certainly be cool. Oh, I'm going to be walking by Hunter's place soon. I don't get to see him today. Every now and then, when I'm looking at something, I'll just tilt the camera at a car as it's inching by, and I'm just like, did you want to try something? Would you like to go somewhere? Have you been to Europe yet? Okay, I briefly went to Germany when I was like 13, and that was very briefly. I don't really remember that trip very much. But about 15 years ago, I got to go to London with my dad because we were going to India and we needed to stay somewhere for a few days. So I went to there with my dad, and I got to explore a lot of London, but it was always with my father, so I didn't really get to experience it myself or do anything crazy. So I would love to go to Europe. A lot of people are just like, go backpacking around Europe. I'm just like, I don't think you can anymore. I think it would just be so expensive to do that. But I'm just like, I could go somewhere and walk to a bit. TOURonno, you could also just wear a sombrero. I don't know about that one. Aren't sombreros like, are they or are they not offensive? I've never actually got a clear answer on that. I want to visit India someday. I'm 25% Indian. Yes, you mentioned that. Do you know where in India your family is from? Or from?
Money, please.
Sorry. Oh, I am so tempted to just end the stream and to go to Cosmic Pizza and just get 2 slices of pizza and then just go home. But I'm also just like, I don't want to carry the pizzas all the way home. But a part of me is just like, ooh, I want Cosmic Pizza so bad. Tiny village called Baruna in Odessa. Oh, cool. If I'm not mistaken, Odessa is it the north part of India? If you visit London, would you try the London Eye? It takes up to 30 minutes for a full rotation. Honestly, I would love to do the London Eye. But not only that, I also want to do that crappy little chairlift that they have over the river. I want to go and do that. And I want to go and see all the museums. Like if I go to London, I'm going like full tourist mode. Like I want to be embarrassed by how excited I am to be here and doing all of this. I want people to be embarrassed for me, and I will live stream all of it so everyone can make fun of me the entire time. Because I'm a good person, dang it. Northeast part near the Bay of Bengal, I think. Oh, super cool. I will admit, India is a place I do not know all the provinces of. I know Kerala, but that's Kerala. I think Mumbai is also a city and a province. But I don't know for sure. Will that be well, maybe that will be my next sporkle. Uber have a boat in London. Oh, cool. You could take an Uber boat. That's fun. Sombreros are fine as long as it's not with 2 crossed guns, belts, bandito. Good to know. I appreciate that. I subscribe to your channel. Thanks, Mark. I hope to chat more with you. Anyone who comes in like, just like coming in with a Daffy reference, I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna be friends. We're gonna hit me up. We're gonna be friends. I think I know like half the states in India. I have a friend in Tamil Nadu, which is near Kerala. Oh, cool. Probably have to leave here as soon as it's 22:30 here, 10:30. Yeah, you got to get to bed, or just mine. That's also an option. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. But then you would be like, then you would be really late getting to work tomorrow. That's the key. I'll join another stream soon. I hope so. I have my schedules on the Discord, as well as on most of the platforms, including YouTube. You can actually get, but I should have my schedule for next week up in the next day or two. So, thanks for stopping by, buddy. It's good to have you. Here it is. It's Cosmic Pizza. I want it so bad. You know what I should just bring on these walks? Snacks. Like a freaking apple or something. What am I doing? You're such an organized person. No one has said... I want to screen capture that because no one has ever said that about me in my life. Hold on. No. I wish I could screen cap that because the irony of that statement is so insane. I love that. Do you have German genes? I don't have any German inside of me, but sometimes I can really hope. Manga. I'm not a big reader, unfortunately. I meant unorganized, sorry. There you go, that's more like it. I think I've been described as chaos in a bottle, but that implies I have bottles. Oh geez, that was the... I might have tripped there a little bit. The important thing is I didn't go full Randy and fall down. Part German too. German, Indian, and British. I am mutt. I am also mutt, but I'm like a Scottish terrier. Because I'm English, Irish, Scottish, and French. So I'm like this perfect little mix of all the colonizers. My genes are from Timu. Ooh. It's pronounced me too. Later on, check Discords. I posted the Uber prices. Oh, super cool. Man, I love that I can just say, check the Discord out. And then it's a thing that we can just communicate on. That makes me excited. Also, I wore my long dangly earring today. So every time I turn my head, I can just hear the rattle and clack of it. So. Tripping, it's not Tuesday. Randy is not there. Oh, he'll never live that down. Just like gravity took him down. I think I have Scandinavian genes. I mean, who doesn't want a little Scandinavian inside of them? I'll stop with the references. The sexual innuendos are too strong. Well, we have Belgium and German up here. Starbucks, buy a snack. Again, maybe one day. I can't wait to afford things again. That is the hope. U of T, I'm feeling smarter already. All right, catch you later. Thanks for coming by, Mark. It's really great to meet you. It's a low jerk ratio there. Okay. Wow. Take care, my new best friend. You take care, my new best friend. Looking forward to having more of you soon.
I'd be sending her things at like 8 a.m.
with a smartwatch. You can do contact payments with them. Use them in Starbucks. Fire truck was loud. Fire truck was really loud. I mean, to be fair, they're never quiet. But I'm always just like, must you? I understand why you exist and why you're doing this. But also, must you? Hey, it's Van Gambler. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming by. On campus, that is. Pool. I'm in the middle for pool. There's a couple good pool places in Toronto now. My favorite will always be Pegasus. Pegasus is located in the Village. I think the pool is like, it's pretty inexpensive considering you can just go in, grab a couple beers and play pool. I think the pool's like $10. But yeah, the tables are really nicely maintained. It's been there for like years and years and years. But they must, Maddie. It's not a true Toronto stream unless the siren goes off. I will say, the one thing that back in my church world life, the one nice sentiment that came up is whenever you hear a siren, send a prayer for the people there. And I'm just like, I like the idea of that, where it's just like, I know it doesn't do anything, but just taking a moment whenever you hear a siren and be like, someone's in trouble. And you just have to hope, the humanity in you hopes that it turns out okay. You know? Yeah. Dooley's is where people go for pool here. Fair enough. Actually, I've heard of Dooley's. I think I have a friend. Timmy, do you have like a musical theater space where you are? Because I think I have a friend. Maybe they live in Sydney, maybe not. But I think I have a friend who's been out there, like, doing rehearsals for a show? His name is Chris Tsuchiuchi. Best name ever, of course. But yeah. We used to belong to a pool club. We're playing every Sunday afternoon. Boston-style pool. Really fun. Surprising how many women play pool these days, and they're good at it, too. Oh, yeah. I absolutely believe that. We do. What's it called? I don't know. I'll take a dig through and I'll see if I can find anything. I can potentially send it on Discord. Let's see what we can do. What is the Boston style pool? I was also wondering what Boston style pool is. Is it like the pizza, where it's just really deep? Prayer for all those who have passed, as loved ones as well, who are both present and those we have lost. That's the thing, is I'm always just like, whatever you want to call it, prayer, thought, hope. If you genuinely have a moment of having enough empathy or caring for someone, that you just send them a psychic wish of like wellness, just like, that can't hurt. Like, no one's ever been like, you know what, I prayed for you, and that person's just like, how dare you think well of me? You know, that's just weird. I don't get that. Where's that Jesus thumper from earlier? Neptune Theater and Shakespeare's by the Sea, I think. Probably others too. And maybe it was Neptune. I'll have to reach out and ask him. Oh. By the way, y'all have been darlings. This has been a fun stream. I know it's gone on for, we've been at it for a while now. Did you know that you can jump higher than those tall buildings? I can't. I see what you did there, Sam. I see what you did there. How do you know if an elephant's been in your refrigerator? You look for a footprint in the pizza. That was my mom's favorite joke as a child. This leaf just came and slapped me in the face. How dare you? We have the buskers downtown in the summer, which are pretty popular too. That's great. Do you ever get tempted to just stop walking and pop on the TTC? I'm not gonna lie, sometimes. But I'm also just like, A, I enjoy walking, and B, I get to hang out with people like you. And that makes me happy. So there is a slightly there is a slight element of this where I'm just like, I can go online and I can talk to my friends for hours. And that is what I'm doing with my life right now. Hello, Travis. I don't know if you've popped in before, but it's Trump looking at Canada flag. Oh, I never actually saw that. Oh yeah, for sure. I absolutely understand your point there, Richard, with that. Prayer is a loaded word for a lot of people, so I can understand different etymologies with that. Etymologies? Etymologies. Entomologies is also a very different situation. Always go on vacation with an elephant. They always have their trunks packed. Touche. Touche. Although be careful about going to the Alps. They haven't enjoyed that since Hannibal. Boston style pool is like regular pool, only you start with a full triangle of balls and you hit them one at a time in between each shot. It's a longer game, but it's more of a challenge, and you can... I guess this is the content I signed up for. I come for the walks, I stay for the jokes. I have a name, Megan. My mom took 9 months to make a joke. What were some of my terrible jokes I used to say for, well, I mean, I did try becoming an art thief once, but me and my friends, you know, we didn't have Monet to buy Degas to make the Van Gogh, so. I lived in Toronto my whole life, and sirens are warm feeling now if they're not for me. Like, ironically, there can be a bit of comfort to hearing the fact, like, the city life is vibrant and boisterous and loud and everywhere, and it always goes on. There's always more. Damn, Maddie, that joke was harsh. I have a name. No, it's fine. It's fine. See, here's the thing. The first time I heard that joke, it took me a minute, and then I was just like, oh, wait. I'm adopting that forever. If you want my really harsh joke, no, I won't say that on camera. That one's too dark, even for me. Nurses at hospitals often have a very tough job because they see death every day, and people really are hurting really, really bad sometimes. They're told not to get emotionally involved, but they do after. I mean, to be fair, like, you can only protect yourself from that for so long before it would absolutely have an effect on you. It's people, right? Sometimes you just jive really well with people. And when you lose people, it's always going to hurt a little. There are some people who just be like, it doesn't hurt so much to lose you. Well, now you have to say it. Here's the thing. I have enough mental fortitude to be like, I know that I should not say this joke because it is literally too dark, even for me to say on camera. Listen, I'll say it all the time, but on camera, I will not say the joke. Guys, we did a long walk today. That was awesome. I know this isn't technically my job yet, but I am absolutely excited to potentially make this my job. It's just fun. I get to walk and hang out with friends and be silly and talk and just, I don't know. It makes me feel like the world's a better place when I do this, which makes me happy. Hey, how's the weather right now? Quite lovely, actually. It's a little cold. It's definitely chilling out, that's for sure. But like it's a very cozy evening, I must say. Never stand in doormatties. You're not a doormatty. That is true. That is true. I appreciate that. Did you just switch mics for a second? I didn't switch mics. This mic every now and then will pop out a little bit just because that's what it does. Let's see, if I do this. Come on. Can you hear me? I hate to say it, but I don't think we're gonna break 3 hours. But now I'm just like, now I feel like we just have to. So what if I walked up to church in Wellesley and then went back down from there? Everyone can see the village at night, louder and clearer. That's good. That's good, 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 good. I see. Hospice nurses always love to tell stories of the spiritual world. Become the witness. What happens when someone passes both before, during, and afterwards? They tell really cool stories about it. I mean, nothing would bring you closer to like having that near constant reflection of life than being surrounded by the opposite every day. My father always used to say, like, as you get older, you acquire your true face. I think that I believe that. Where I'm just like, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so turned off by people who have like excessive plastic surgery. I think most people are, to be fair. I'm just like, it's kind of the obsession of chasing that youth, chasing that effervescent thing that not everyone gets all the time. But, you know, I think there's something really, really handsome and beautiful about having like a couple lines on your face and looking your age. I think that's why I really liked Robin's new video, Dopamine, where it's like she's there and she is like natural hair, no makeup. If she does makeup, very minimal. I was like, it's great. Rodney Dangerfield said the other day he met a girl at the bar. They got along great. Only problem was her armpit hair was longer than his hair on his head. I shouldn't talk down to French women that way. European women are beautiful too. Actually, here's my thing. I could not care less about body hair on a man or a woman. Like, why does it matter? The only reason women are like idealized and tried to be shaved is literally because Gillette wanted to sell more razors to women. And it worked. All right, the countdown is 9 minutes. I'm just gonna see what happens if I go up and around. Oh God, the wind. People love to see Toronto and get an idea of what's going on in the big city. Well, we're also just about to approach we're literally just approaching nighttime here. You're not going to start doing Rodney jokes, are you? I don't think so. Natural is always better. Nothing wrong with getting older. I agree. Now here's the thing. If I had the option, audio is very good. Either way, it's just very, very good. Very nice. Fair enough. Here's the thing. If I had the option to try out some like minor plastic surgery, would I? Probably. I'm just vain enough that like if someone was just like, did you want to try Botox? I'd be like, you know what? Why not? But I can't imagine it being something that I would do regularly, you know? It's like cocaine. It's expensive, but now and then, get a skunk pet, Maddie. See people running away from you down the street. No, I have to do the invisible dog first. That's number one. Number one is invisible dog, and then come back around. First time stumbling across your account. This is fun. Do you do this often? Yes. Yes, I do. My next stream is tomorrow, I believe at 1 p.m. I don't currently have a guest, so it's just going to be me again. And I'll probably try to do another long endurance walk, this time potentially to the east side. But I'm doing this every day, and I really enjoy doing it. I'm having a good time. So first off, thank you for coming, and thank you for being here. And it's welcome to the fam. I still don't know what the term. I still don't know what our collective noun is, but I trust one day I shall come up with it, and it will be so brilliant and hilarious that I will not be able to stop myself from using it. So there. Maitland used to be a security at the National Ballet of Canada. You know, I've never really done a walkthrough of that little parquet before. Maybe I have enough time to go over there, swing around, and chat it out a little bit. Let's see what we can find. As you get older, you finally recognize your soul, and with that being the need for life, from a source consciousness perspective rather than an eagle. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful way to put it. I won't judge someone if they choose to get plastic surgery, but I don't think it's ever necessary unless for medical reasons. That's the other thing, is I feel like a lot of people get looked down upon because they get something that they have to have. And people be like, oh, you got plastic surgery? No. And just like, no, it corrected her back. It corrected her abdominal muscles. But yeah, I understand both sides of that coin. Most people are in the process of healing throughout their earlier days in their lives. And I'll do anything to make themselves feel expected. That includes surgeries. Yeah, I definitely think that everyone should have the right to be whatever you want to be. My only thing is I'm always just like, don't hate yourself now because you don't look like you think you need to look. If you can learn to love yourself where you're at, then, you know, if you can learn to love yourself where you are, because nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, nobody is perfect. But if you can learn to love yourself, or like at least find a part of yourself that you tolerate even, if you can at least find some part of yourself that you can potentially enjoy, then like, yeah. And if you, like if you're doing surgeries to chase a love for yourself, I don't think that's good for anyone. But if you're getting surgeries because you love yourself, and there's a part of yourself that you want to like enhance or enjoy, or there's something about yourself you've always wanted, do it up. Like think about all the trans people out there who, you know, want to change their bodies. They should have every right to be able to do so, and all the support in the world to be able to do so. So, yeah, if it brings you closer to what you need, do it. But if it's something that's not for you, then don't. I hope that makes sense. I hope it's coming across right. But long story short, love yourself. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Women wear all the brunt of the marketing for their business if they fall for it. It saddens me when I see abused women out there who cannot lose any of the excess that she's put on herself. Yeah, that's always hard. There we go. We all want to be adored. Everyone deserves to be adored. And you know what? I adore you. I love Toronto as a trans person. It's very awesome. Oh, that's wonderful. Tevane, I believe the name is, but thanks for stopping by, first of all, and I hope that the city is treating you well. I'm just like, I'm a trans person, and just like, look, we're in the village. What are the chances? Fairly well. Just like it's pretty, chances are pretty good, let's be honest. I just like, I can't stop walking until it hits the 3-hour mark, because then I'll have hit 3 hours. It'll be the first time that's happened, and I'm very excited. So y'all are here for a big moment. The other problem is I can't run into anyone I know while I'm here, because then the stream ends. Oh, by the way, I went here the other day, snow day. Bingsu, I don't know if you've ever had this, but my goodness, that was different and tasty and interesting, and highly recommend, highly recommend. The best thing anyone can do for themselves is to lose weight, especially if they're 10, 20, 30 pounds overweight. No need for surgery, just normal common sense can't be done. I understand that. But here's the thing. A lot of people have issues losing weight. A lot of people can't lose weight. I'm just like, I get that as well. There's also like all the Ozempic that's out there right now. But yeah, I will say for me, I'm actually having trouble keeping the weight on right now, because my life went from being fairly sedentary to now walking for hours and hours and hours every day. So yeah, I do get where you're coming from, but I think it's also good to be gracious with people and be like, I never want to tell anyone else what they should look like or what they need to look like, but I always want people to feel empowered to be like, what is bingsu? Bingsu is like a fancy snow cone with ice cream and like delicious toppings on top. It was good. It was real good. We always see those invisible dog things at fairs that you can buy, and then we ask the person what's their dog's name, and they give you a name, and they say that even the dog sleeps with me. It's the last minute, folks. It's the last minute. Once we cross this line, we'll have always done this, and then we'll never be able to say that we haven't done this before. So we're gonna do this together. We're gonna go around the corner over here. Those are the Radio City buildings, by the way. Beautiful buildings. Sounds delicious. I'll have to try that. I'm on a very good seafood diet. That is a good choice, my friend. That is a good choice. You know, I'm gonna do something unheard of on this chat. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna take food and I'm gonna stick it in my mouth. And it'll be tasty. Or maybe I'll just order pizza. Let's be fair. I have options. I'm very tired. I don't know if I want to cook. Joel's had a hard day of playing video games. Oh, I'm from Indiana. Oh, that's wonderful, Travis. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the party. I'm sorry we're just ending this now, but we passed 3 hours. We passed 3 hours. So this will go down as my longest walk so far. So thanks for joining today. That was something else, but I'm very happy we did it. Thank you for joining us. Please tell your friends. We are on the way to 1,000. So it'll take time. It'll take effort, and I'm trying to be patient, but I'm me, so I'm not. So yeah, this was a good experience. I'm really glad we did this, and I will see everyone if you're able to come back tomorrow. I'll be doing it again at 1 o'clock. Probably not 3 hours. I can't do a 3-hour walk in 2 days in a row. Or maybe I can. We'll find out. But I will see everyone then. And until then, have a great night.